Greetings and namaste. My name is Siobhan. Thank you for tuning in to my channel, as I do have a unique and special message to share today. So it gives me great honor to assist individuals as well as the collective in connecting with our higher selves, as we are multidimensional. I know that our experience and our journeys here have not been the easiest, but now is such a unique and special time to be alive, to be experiencing the earth. I honor each and every one of you, and I appreciate your continued effort, and I want to assure you that as you continue to grow, continue to integrate your light, integrate your higher self, your experience will improve. We are here to shift the earth, to shift consciousness. We are multidimensional. We are truly shifting and elevating, integrating into the light the whole multiverse. The whole multiverse. And I can just say it's always a pleasure to assist others in their journey. Even my journey. My journey has been pretty amazing, and it's going to get pretty magnificent. Like, it just keeps getting better. Even the energies entering the earth atmosphere, excuse me, the earth atmosphere right now, they're really intense. They are really intense. You're going to start experiencing and feeling things you have never felt before. And I encourage you to do your best to stay calm, to relax, even with all the distraction, all of life, like even our daily habits, chores, needs, work, things that we have to do. All our existence is in the process of shifting for the better. It is so important to stay faithful, to stay hopeful, to know that you have support. You are guided beyond what you can imagine, and you are loved. There are so many beings that love you. I could tell you so much about myself, but really it's more about you. What do you remember? What do you know about yourself? Like, I'm already aware of and integrating multiple higher aspects of myself, and as well as my oversoul. So it's such a beautiful journey, and I look forward to even more joining me on this journey, more of us awakening. As I've shared multiple times, and I'll continue sharing, as we awaken, as we heal, as we activate, as we clear our chakras and bring our crystalline energetic structure online, as we switch these on, we are able to more effectively and efficiently ground the energy onto the earth. This energy, regardless of where it comes from, whether it's coming directly from source, directly from the God planet, directly from the central sun, the galactic sun, directly from the Pleiadians, wherever these cosmic beautiful energies are coming from, they have to be grounded to the earth by ground crew. If it was not necessary for ground crew to be here and we could just do the whole ascension, from the etheric or astral levels or in the atmosphere, we wouldn't have we would not have incarnated into physical bodies. You have the most important role here on the earth, because that's how the energy gets here. This is how we heal from the inside out. We incarnated strategically. We projected our consciousness into this point in time, right here, right now. So please start being proud of yourself. Start loving yourself. All of us, each and every one of you is so unique and important, has such beautiful gifts and codes locked within your DNA. Open it. Let it out. Remember it. Integrate it. Heal it. Everything that is off, out of alignment, that is traumatizing. Any group of beings, any control structures causing trauma has been traumatized And every single aspect needs to be reintegrated into the light. Every single aspect. So, I love you and I honor you. I have some special announcements at the end. As of right now, I am going to share a Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy session that I did last month in May. I have dictated it as our sister wanted to remain private, which is fine. I've got a lot of sessions where the majority of them remain private. So, however, if the sessions contain very important messages that I feel and the Oversoul feels, or their higher self feels, that is beneficial for the public, I do take the time to dictate them. They do take a long time to dictate. You have to understand these sessions are 3 to 5 hours long. They are very intense, but the great thing is they are a lot of fun, a lot of information, a lot of healing, a lot of integration comes through. And for the client and even myself, they do not feel like 3 to 5 hours. A lot of times the clients and we become like friends, like we find out we actually have great like spiritual connections for a long time. But a lot of them say it might have only felt like an hour. So don't even let the time, freak you out or think, oh, I can't stay, still, or I can't focus for that long. It's totally a beautiful, unique, and fun experience. You experience, you feel, you remember your divinity and your magic and your awesomeness and where you came from. I've had 3 Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy sessions done on me so far. And I could tell you I've cried in 2 out of 3 of them. I've flown, I've returned to the Oversoul, I've connected with my Blue Avian aspect, which is the goddess Abgal. So it's pretty awesome. They are awesome. I just love even assisting people this way. So moving on, let's get to the session. So this session, I basically entitled the Lemurian Sistar. This is actually, one of her aspects is from Venus. So we connect and speak to one of her aspects or a lifetime she had in Venus. We speak to her higher self. She does some confirmations for us around a group of Lemurians who gathered and did a very important activation or healing while we were gathered in Hawaii. So this is confirmation from the gathering of the Cosmic Waves Conference in 2019 in Kona, Hawaii. So some of those that were gathered that you may know publicly. Of course, we were there with Joan Ocean and her husband, Luke. John Luke. Sorry. So they were the ones that got all of us together, got this conference together. So some of the guest speakers include Corey Good, Laura Eisenhower, Minister Leon Isaac Kennedy, Elizabeth Wilcock, Ben and Rob from Edge of Wonder, and Dr. Michael Sala, and Jordan Sather. Yes. Thank you. Look, sometimes keep me in line. Make sure I get everybody. I want to hit everybody. So, yes, so beautiful, beautiful gathering of energy. I don't know. I feel like there was at least 100 of us there. I don't remember the exact count of how many of us gathered, but it was a nice size for us all to travel to the island of Hawaii. And there's a reason. There's always a spiritual reason. So we're going to review her session, get some confirmations. There was even a earthquake in Hawaii right before a lot of us left on that last day, the last day of the conference. So we'll speak on that. So we'll get started. And with the Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy sessions, we always start off with some pre-energetic clearing to help with the connection. So then once she is regressed and relaxed, our sister starts off describing what she sees. She sees a forest floor with huge trees and light pouring in. She can feel a mountain with a snowy peak. She is wearing sandals, sandal-like soft leather shoes. Her hands have 6 fingers. Her skin is of a golden sheen. She is wearing leather clothing with a fringe skirt and carrying a bow and a spear. Oh, spear, not a spear, sorry, spear. That's a big difference. Her hair is dark. She feels feminine and like a hunter guarding and watching. She is wearing an amethyst amulet around her neck. It is a crystal technology that can communicate with the rest of her tribe. She is away from the tribe with a big cat. It is later confirmed her cat is a jaguar panther. I then request to speak to the amethyst, as all crystals have consciousness. They are consciousness. The amethyst confirms that the crystal is part of the technology used by their tribe. The crystal also states that it may seem primitive to me, but it is a very advanced technology used by their group consciousness that is aware and protects all of them. I then ask, when you say primitive to us, do you mean by the agreed upon belief system the average human has been taught? The crystal replies, yes. Her being in the forest and without technology, they do not need that. She is at one. I reply, I'm not one of the biggest fans of technology, honestly. And the crystal replies, yes. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I say yes. I love and appreciate our crystals. I actually work with a lot of crystals, and even like from the realms that I'm from, we don't have technology. So I ask, would you like to share how you communicate or what she's doing? Yes, she's not from or on this planet. So she's not from Earth and she's not on the planet Earth right now or during the regression. She's from a different planet and they are very high level and conscious of their planet and are able to communicate and have connection and harmony throughout the planet. We help them with their skin, eyes, and the way that they see. Although she's in the forest, she can see her brother and sister on a mission in the clouds. How are they in the clouds? Are they able to fly, or is it their consciousness? Is it just their consciousness? Oh, sorry. I have to, It is, the crystal replies, it is just their consciousness. Their consciousness is looking over the station that they are attending to. Can you confirm which planet she is on in the crystal? She's on Venus. So I ask, is she also on duty right now? The crystal. Yes, she is keeping watch of a cave entrance to the mountain. It is the entrance to their city and crystals. Everything is grown in there as well. Is there a message you would like to give or anything you would like to show her? The crystal. Just know that the golden light is all around you. It's not just around you, it's in you, and it's a part of you. It radiates outward. It nourishes everyone else, and it nourishes you. Beautiful. What do you advise she do next? The crystal. She can go inside the city. And I ask, would you like to guide us? The crystal. I'm happy to guide you. We are going into the cave. She passes the next person as they exchange watch duty. The inside is like a tropical forest where their crops are grown, grasses and vegetables. She can hear the birds. When she comes out, there's an oval landscape. Tall buildings, oval levels, one on top of the other. She's tired and hungry, and she wants to rest. She wants to go to her house. It's really nice. She's picking some fruit, and she's happily munching on the greens and feels revitalized. Her panther lies down beside her. She's so calm. We now speak to her Venusian aspect, or her Venusian self. I ask, is there anything unique or significant she needs to remember that will assist her with her mission here on Earth? She responds, her connectedness is the most important. Knowing that she is absolutely connected to everything she needs. It's a knowing that she has. She just needs to put this knowing into practice. That she is totally safe. It affects her reality. Because if you are not connected to everything else, there is nothing else. She knows that there's just like isolation bars. You just need to look through the bars. Don't worry about the bars. Yes, are these bars symbolic of the systematic programming here, like an illusion? Her Venusian self. Yes, absolutely. What people focus on is the bars, the energy coming through the matrix bars. But you just focus your attention and see through them. They warp when you see through them. Your attention warps them so that you can move through them, which is where the light is. The light is everywhere. It's funny to think that people think we are all moving around in darkness, but we all have torches. Exactly. We all have the torches, yes? Her Venusian self, yes. As more of us are able to see through the bars energetically. Oh, that's my question, sorry. I ask, as more of us are able to see through the bars energetically, do we begin to transmute these perceived limitations individually and then begins to transmute on the collective level? She replies, yes, it's like when one person has enough light, the pure brightness just takes away that bondage. Just one person doing that affects hundreds. Then it gives permission for them to do the same, just like what she's doing now. So beautiful. We definitely thank her. So then I asked, can you share a little bit about your perspective and experience of natural organic crystal technology versus inorganic trauma-based AI technology? That is a disconnection from source. The disconnection of AI is a trauma. It's fed by the melodrama of our reality. The melodrama, like bubbles, and the AI is able to feed off the bubbles, like a darkness, sort of like a tar. The AI is like a tar. The bubbles of all the fear and the melodrama adds to the tar. People are walking around, they don't necessarily get stuck in the tar, but it like builds up. It engulfs their light bodies, the more melodrama in their life. Then the AI comes in and is more easily able to attach to that darkness around their bodies. It then implants more of the melodrama, like little bots, like nanites, the nanobots. So there's etheric ones and physical ones. Then they are freely able to run through those currents. So instead of the currents of light going through your body, there's the currents of the AI going through your body and your bloodstream, making you more and more angry and more upset. It just keeps that disconnect of the crown chakra cut. So it keeps the crown chakra cut from connecting with your higher self and oversoul. It's like tar, an energetic tar, but then you have the crystals on the planet and on Venus, but they're being cut right now as well. There's these big areas of crystals in the mountains on both planets. Just like electricity goes through the ground, the energy of the crystals go through the ground. But there's these huge big wheels that are cutting the energy of the current. They are not allowing the energy into the crystalline grid. It's a dark energetic. It twists really fast and it stops the current of these beautiful crystals. These crystals are on Earth and Venus, I ask? Yes, absolutely. And they are connected. So then I ask, is it a negative technology that has been placed related to the inorganic grid lines? She replies, yes, it has absolutely been placed with negative intentions to stop the grid lines. What can we do to help further clear these negative technologies? The more people who are aware, who have the direct connection with Venus, that is where we need to bring the love in from. We need to bring the love in from Venus and have that grounded on the planet. I reply, yes. Venus is the love planet or love chakra of our system. Her reply, yes, like our heart chakra. Oh, okay. Sorry. She says Venus is the love planet of our system. And I say, yes, like our heart chakra. And she replies, yes. And the crystals here are the largest. They hold the heartbeat of our system. So can we meditate, connect, and ground these beautiful energies on the planet together? She replies, yes, we are doing that. It is starting to have an effect. It is the effect of the feminine. The empowered feminine is like a bright torch on this planet. It is becoming more of a torch. And I say, beautiful. These crystals on the planet of Venus are like huge mountains. They are colossal. So then I ask, these inorganic wheels, are they sending out negative energy or are they just blocking the flow of positive energy? She responds, well, they are blocking the flow of the energy, but on the outside of these wheels, they are also ejecting dark energy. So they are like transmuting the crystal energy into darkness. And I say, yes. Would it be beneficial to identify these specific areas, or is it just enough to keep grounding positive energy? Her reply, yes, this is already being done. And I ask, so we are just to continue meditating and grounding positive energy? She replies, yes, grounding more higher selves and more crystalline energy onto the planet, which is what you are doing. I say, yes, thank you. I was definitely going to confirm. And I ask, the more we integrate light, the more we integrate our higher selves, the less the AI can stick to us, correct? She says, yes, absolutely. The more we integrate, we go back to our crystalline structure. It just bubbles it off or falls off. It crystallizes out. That darkness, the awareness changes. The vibration changes. It can't even be in the same space. So very, 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 the number one imperative mission of ground crew for ascension is healing, integrating light, and integrating your higher self. Number one. So we can ground more energy onto the planet. So we can ground our higher selves onto the planet. So we can ground the oversouls onto the planet. So we can ground the highest of energies where we want to raise the vibration of this planet. We have to ground that energy onto the planet. Then we begin effectively transmuting the dark energy, including the AI consciousness, correct? Yes, it just slides off. It has nothing to attach to anymore. The blood structure of our system then has the protection of the golden light. Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much for all that you do, sister. Is there anything else you would like to show or tell her? So then she says, her jaguar panther has a message. So the jaguar panther gives a message that the real protection comes from within. He states that we do not need to worry about being protected on the outside. He is one of her guides. He is also a whale. He further states the grid lines of both the planets are aligning. We also thank and honor her guide. Her Venusian self gives a final message to keep going. The transition is now. It may be a little rocky. The experience of this lifetime will no longer affect you. Just keep connecting to your higher self. We love and honor her as well. Our sister then has fun flying over the water and the lush trees and the pink skies of Venus. We then call in her higher self. Her higher self confirms her name and that she is sixth dimensional. She states that she is having a bit of trouble communicating because she is still integrating. I ask, would she prefer to do her body scan first? She says yes. We go through her chakras and remove several entities. One is from 1,000 years ago. One was from a curse from a witch, which if I remember correctly, she was also a witch at the time. I skipped a little bit on her body scan because I wasn't going to give too many details about it. Another entity was from a different galaxy. Several were from a rival tribe. I believe at that time in the tribe, she was a shaman. And the rival tribe basically didn't want their group getting direction and guidance. So they placed entities in her. We assist with her grounding appropriately to Mother Gaia and cutting 2 cords. Her body scan was an hour long. We are able to transmute the root causes of her ailments. She does have several physical ailments that she's in the process of healing. She also receives advice to assist in continuing to heal her physical body. But we are very thankful that the root causes have been removed so that she is able to heal faster and heal her physical body. And not like have recurring illness and things of that nature. So her higher self continues with confirming that our sister is a very strong aspect of the being from Venus. As far as her mission and grounding love, what advice do you have? That's what I asked her higher self. Her higher self states to be open to what comes in. The awareness is changing all the time. Such a change in the vibration. She is opening more and more to her vibration and the evolution. The mission of all the earth peoples. Beautiful. I also asked, can you also confirm her origin? Her first individualization from source. Her higher self. She is a starseed from a different galaxy. Her higher self is also not able to translate the name of that galaxy into English, which that's fine. It's a lot of planets, stars, and galaxies where we don't have some of them are like a tone or a sound. Her higher self also confirms that her husband is her soulmate and they agreed to incarnate together. And I ask, any advice for her ascension? Her higher self, just spend more time integrating and meditating, quieting her mind and not feeling, and then I say, and not feeling bad for taking time for herself. Her higher self says, that's right. So then I ask, any advice, and some of these are her questions that these are her questions that she submitted prior to the session. Any advice in her further consciously connecting with the inner earth people and her galactic family? Her higher self, she needs to have that quiet time, just sit and be, so she can create the connection. My help now will, sorry, I obviously typoed that. But basically, now she will be able to help very much in aiding her in connecting with these connections. I'm not sure why, that sentence is totally messed up. But she basically says she can help now with that connection. So the work, she can help now with that connection because of the work we have done today. It's about the crystalline that's in her body. The activation of the crystalline grids in her body. It makes the connection and flow of energy so much easier. And I say, beautiful. She says she will be able to do it very easily. She just needs to practice. And then I say, just as a caution, as I was also given this advice, but to not freak out as we will be experiencing a lot of new sensations. So we both laugh. And she says, yes, just relax and breathe. All is well. She also advises to journal her dreams and daily intentions. So then her next question. Can you expand on or clarify some of the activations or some of our connections experienced in Hawaii? As that's how we physically was brought together in Hawaii for Cosmic Waves 2019. That's how we met. And her higher self. Okay, sorry about that. My neighbor's dog got a little active. So her higher self, yes, we asked about confirmation about why or the significance of us being brought together in Hawaii for Cosmic Waves 2019. And her higher self confirms that was a deep grounding for Hawaii to have so many active Lemurians. There has been many Lemurian gatherings, but not one where so many were active in the ascension process. It was deeply grounding for Lemuria and activating. Her higher self also states she knows that there was a lot of negative trying to get in there, but the space was held. And I replied, beautiful. So then I asked, the healing she received from our brother, Minister Leon Isaac Kennedy, she wanted to know the progress and if it helped. Her higher self replies, yes, it helped very much. He cleared thousands of years of takeout. It was given back to Lemuria, to the lava fields. It had a ripple effect back to the group. It wasn't just for her. And I replied, beautiful. Now, when I was reviewing this, I probably should have asked what exactly she meant by takeout. But what I feel and what I sensed while I was there, because I knew that we were assisting in transmuting. So even when he was doing his healing, some of us were standing around, even assisting him, like strengthening him to do what he was doing. I would assume it means lower vibrational energy, trauma, maybe, energy that was taken from Lemuria. But she uses the term takeout, and I did not clarify what it meant when her higher self stated that. But she said it was given back to Lemuria. So energy was given back to Lemuria, to the lava fields. It had a ripple effect back to the group. It benefited all, Lemurians, Hawaiians, and everybody in the group. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful to be a part of that. So then I asked, there was also a group of us who went to the City of Refuge. And I asked if she was a part of the group. So we got to know. Her higher self her higher self responded no. She heard about it, but she was exhausted. So then I asked, I know that it is possible. Can you confirm? Were you, her higher self, present? And I got a yes. Her higher self responds, I did have a big interest in that. I did go with you. So beautiful, beautiful. So basically at the end of the conference, and this was a couple of days before the end of the conference, another sister had mentioned this place called the City of Refuge, and I immediately got a message from Source, the Andromedan Oversoul, that they wanted us to go to the City of Refuge and release energy from the grid lines. So we knew that we needed to go. I don't know if it was I feel like it might have been a Wednesday, maybe a Thursday we were told, but basically we planned to go on Saturday, which was our last day of the conference. So we knew we were releasing energy from the grid lines. We connected with lots of elders of Lemuria, elders of Hawaii, galactic elders. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And just as she stated, even if you, the group, even if you weren't physically present, it's a huge chance your higher self went with us. So we appreciate all that were present, spiritually and physically. So, so then I asked, she says, yes, I did go with you. I said, yes, thank you so much. Can you share more about that experience? And then I say, I tell people all the time, our higher selves are much busier, very busy, much busier than we think. And she says, yes, the vortex that we created was very beneficial for the island and the peoples. There was a vortex, like a tunnel, that went into the earth and up to the divine matrix grid. You guys had fun. And I say, yes, we did. Beautiful. Thank you so much. The gathering of us as a group, as a whole group, the culmination before we left, there was an earthquake. Was that part of the releasing and transmuting of dark energy? Her higher self responds, yes. Jordan Sather described it on one of his updates or shows about our trip in Hawaii. So Jordan described it in one of his videos. It was like a bomb going off. It was releasing pressure. And I say, yes, so beautiful. Such a beautiful experience for all of us to come together. Thank you. So the last advice from her higher self is to meditate and connect to the crystalline mountains of Venus to ground this energy to the earth. She also reminds her regarding a dream she had of the dolphins. I think she's seen like mountains of dolphins. She gives the message that the dolphins are not solitary beings, nor is she. They live in pods for a reason. There is strength in unity. There is strength in a pod. We are all together. There is strength in that. I honor and appreciate her higher self before awakening our sister. She thanks me and states my work is so needed on this planet. And I say thank you very much. When she becomes aware, she states that this was much more fun than she had realized. So a beautiful session, beautiful session. So basically, yes, a lot of the Lemurian energies are being grounded at this time. We are feeling these strong activations. Our aspects of when we were in Lemuria, when we were Lemurians, we are integrating those aspects. We've been connecting with the mermaids, the dolphins, the whales, like right before going to Hawaii and since. I definitely had a huge integration with my Syrian Lemurian dolphin mermaid self, as I actually could transform between dolphin, mermaid, and human. So it's pretty interesting to begin remembering these things. Like even as our remembrance is from the integrations of our higher selves, the integration of light, the integration of our memories, our experiences, our skills, our skill sets, our keys, our codes, like so many things. So yes, like this is an integration. And also understand, when it comes to your galactic heritage, your what tribe you incarnated with, your Lemurian aspects, your bird tribe aspects, your animal tribe aspects, like all your higher selves, your oversouls, like we incarnate into all races. This is so important to understand. We incarnate into all races. Like these are prophecies that have been told a long time ago. Like even when it comes to like the conquerors and the Caucasians or the white people that they speak about that conquered these lands and the natives and things of that nature, there's so many starseeds and angelics that incarnated directly into those bloodlines, directly into any aspect that is out of alignment that needs healing, to heal the DNA directly. And I only say this because I've been coming across some different messages, and I have hopes and faith that they will understand this is about healing all. This is not about getting rid of, like if you're still talking about separation, divide and conquer, or we're against another group, you're not. You got to integrate that higher self. You have to integrate your higher self to receive clear messages and understanding. We are integrating all into the light. That includes every race of beings, on this planet and off. It includes the Greys, it includes the AI, it includes the reptilians, but that does not mean that you be friends with them right now. They are not healed. We are healing and restoring, reintegrating all aspects of ourself as within, so without, into the light. We have some important shifts, like the energy has been totally intense, and it is intensifying with the full moon and the summer solstice. So one of the things I do, my higher aspect is Blue Avian, so lived many of years in South America. I like to do maybe, I don't know, like 4 times a year, quarterly or something. I do the Toltec Oracle, especially when we are expecting huge shifts, which we are expecting. So more than likely be looking out for this in the next 24 hours. I will do a full reading for the collective, what to expect, give some clarification and some assistance and guidance. What I would like to share, right before going to Hawaii, even for me personally, and I know for some others, like specifically for me, I was one of the last ones to sign up to go to Hawaii, and there had to be a whole timeline shift, like even for me to make it there, which, so basically I had divine assistance to be there. So since that time, like right before going, I started a group called the Galactic Travelers of Light. They had let me know ahead of time, 2018 I would start traveling. 2019, it was my shock and surprise, like a beautiful surprise, that the first place I would travel to was Hawaii. So I started that group in April. We are still a small group. We would appreciate support and assistance in our traveling, as we have been appointed and traveling with missions, like even listening to the mission, like we did missions, even when we're going for conferences, we are doing other missions. Like basically as a galactic medicine woman, it's not like I'm just healing when I'm doing sessions. It's like a 24/7 thing, and even when I sleep. I'm assisting with integrating timelines, integrating light, connecting people to their higher selves. They call me a dream walker. We have lots of titles, lots of duties, lots of responsibilities. But on the physical earth, like we still need assistance, support, and financial support to travel and go places. To be quite honest with you, as far as the financial system, like any other system, it was hijacked a long time ago. So we are healing that. We are restoring that as well. Whatever form of exchange we do in the future, there will still continue to be some sort of exchange on the planet. Period. There's exchange on every planet. You can call it money, you can call it something else. It's still an energetic exchange when we do or interact or do things for each other. That's just how it is. And nothing's wrong with that. It just needs to be restored in a fair fashion that benefits all and doesn't take, advantage of people or impoverish them to manipulate, groups of people. So plain and simple, once we get stronger as a community, as a light community, with our finances, because part of the finance blocks are like blocks we have to heal. That is part of the ascension process and healing. But yes, we would appreciate and honor your support greatly. If you would like to join the group, you are welcome to join the group as we do special announcements or release certain information, updates, readings, some different things we do in the group. So sometimes you get information released to you before others, like as we're traveling or we're filming and doing different things. So like in the next 2 weeks, there will be some of us gathering in New York. We are filming for a specific show. One sister is, there could be changes to that. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens, but we're going to have fun and we're going to clear some energy while we're there. So just know, we're doing more than just the filming. As I've already been told, that's what, some other things we'll be doing. But there could be some special, unique updates that are released certain filming that's released prior to being released publicly. So if you feel guided to join our group or support our group, we only ask $25 to join. We do ask that you continue to donate as guided, whether it be once a month, every other month when you feel guided and you are able to. One thing I am doing, regardless of if, $25 or more, of course, will get you in the group. If you would like to join, we would still appreciate donations, even if you do not choose to join. Another thing I'm going to do, because of the full moon and the summer solstice, anyone that gives a donation, period, I will enter into a drawing to have a Toltec reading, a personal one for yourself. Readings are normally $45. Of course, if you'd like to have a Toltec reading, I do twin flame readings, divine union readings, soul path readings. The readings are $45. You're more than welcome to order a reading. I would love to do one. However, if you make a donation of any size, I will enter you into the drawing for a reading. And anyone that gives a donation will also at least have, I'm going to pull a Toltec Oracle card in the emotions quadrant, because I feel it's very important as we are healing the emotional quadrant. Anyone that gives a donation, I'll do a 1-card reading and give you some advice on the emotions quadrant. There's about 5 different quadrants: physical, mental, emotional, and something else. But I'll do a full reading so you can see. And plus I have other Toltec readings on my YouTube channel. Again, please subscribe. It is so important to support and honor each other. And I appreciate your support. And also with the 1-card reading, or even if you have a full, if you win the full Toltec, personal Toltec reading, I will also basically like embody the reading or your gift with energies of the Andara crystals. The particular Andara crystal I will reveal tomorrow. More than likely it will be the one to assist in integrating the higher self. So we look forward to connecting with you. If you feel guided to have an Angelic Universal Regression Alchemy session, they are so life-changing. I would be honored to assist you with that in integrating your higher self, I love you, I honor you, and I look forward to connecting with you. Again, if you want to send a donation, you are welcome to send it by PayPal or Cash App. Please be sure to put donation. And you can send it to Blue Ray, B-L-U-E, Ray, R-A-Y, A as in Adam, T as in Tom, F as in Frank, @gmail.com. You're welcome to connect with me on Facebook or YouTube or by email. BlueRayATF@gmail.com. I honor you and I appreciate you. Namaste.